Hi, I'm Melissa McNabb-Smith, and this is my reflection from my experience in the Adults as Learners class at the University of Calgary Masters of Education Summer Institute that I attended about a month ago. And I've titled this reflection Dancing in the Moment, and the reason why will come out shortly. One of the classes I had to take at the Summer Institute was Adults as Learners, and I really enjoyed the class. And there was one particularly meaningful experience that I think I learned from in the class, and that was on the second last day of class. We had presentations that we were to do, and my partner Krista and I were to present. And then there's another group that was presenting that day. And so the class was structured that we began with a 10-15 minute kind of warm-up linking facilitation activity. The other group would present, and then Krista and I would present. And the warm-up activity that some of our group members did was phenomenal. It brought forward a lot of emotions in the class. I think it really encouraged sharing in the class. However, it went very long. It was over an hour. It's supposed to be about 10 to 15 minutes. So the instructor of the class, Colleen, asked if one of our groups could present the next day, the Friday. And at first when the instructor asked this, I was actually pretty angry. I thought that we should find a way to make it work, that we should fit both presentations in, stay over lunch, get it done. And then I thought about it a little bit more, about my initial reaction, and thought, you know what, it's not really a big deal. It seemed important to some members of the other group that they go right then and there. So I said, we can present the next day. And we presented the next day, and it was fun, and it worked out well. But after, I got back home, and I was thinking about my experience in Calgary, I was thinking more and more about why it was so important for me originally to present on the day we were supposed to present. And I realized that as an adult educator and as a facilitator, I really valued the schedule, staying on track and keeping in time and respecting everyone's time. And then I really thought about, well, really isn't the best way to respect everyone's time to allow what's happening in that moment, that kind of spontaneous learning experience to really happen. And one of my classmates, Lori, called that dancing in the moment, that we go with the moment, where the class or where the workshop or where the adult learners are taking us, and be flexible to adjusting our schedule. And so that was an interesting thing that stuck with me, and I'm actually pretty happy to report I've been able to let go of the schedule a little bit more in some subsequent facilitations that I've done, and dance in the moment a little bit more. A good example of this was recently I facilitated a personality dimensions workshop for some of my coworkers, and they were having great group discussions, so I let one part go long according to the schedule or the lesson plan I'd set out. And it worked out really well. We didn't cover some information, but I was able to come back and cover them another time. So my reflection in terms of dancing in the moment, for me, that really means being able to appreciate what's happening, the learning experience that the learners are creating, and as a facilitator, allow that to happen.